So we're going to get ready to do our script writing, and we're going to do letters E and F today. So we're going to start with letter E, and capital letter E we're going to start right below the top line, and we're going to loop up to the top line, curve around to the dotted line, curve back around to the bottom line, and then come back up. Looks a little bit like a backwards 3, or it looks like 2 C's put together. So again, we're going to start right below the top line. We're going to loop up to the top line, curve around to the dotted line, curve back around to the bottom line, and loop up. Capital E's are pretty easy. Start below the top line, curve up to the top line, curve around to the dotted line, back around to the bottom, and up. One more. Start below the top line, curve up to the top, around to the dotted line, back around to the bottom, and up. Okay, so now you'll do some on your own. Now we'll do lowercase e. Lowercase e starts on the bottom line, and we're going to go up to the dotted line. We're going to make a loop. We're going to come back around to the bottom line, and then loop back up again. So we start on the bottom line, we go up to the dotted line, loop around, back down to the bottom line, and back up. Start on the bottom line, go up to the dotted line, loop around, and back up. One more, we're going to start on the bottom line, loop up to the dotted line, back around, and up. And I could fit one more. Bottom line, up to the dotted line, loop around to the bottom, and back up again. So those are our capital and lowercase e's. So now you can do some on your own. Okay? Next, we'll turn the page, and we're going to do capital and lowercase f. And then we'll see if we can make some words on the letters from the letters that we've done. So capital and lowercase f, like the word flowers. Draw my lines out again. My dotted line and my bottom line here. Now, lowercase letter f is going to be a little bit different because it's the first letter that we're doing that actually goes into the basement. It goes below this bottom line, and when we get to that, I'll show you. So for capital letter F, we're going to start over at the top line, and we make a little diagonal across. We go straight down to the bottom, up, and then we cross it right in the middle. So we make a line across the top, almost like a hat, back down to the bottom, and then cross it in the middle. Sometimes it's a little hard to see with the dotted lines here. So if I actually erase these dotted lines, you might be able to see it a little bit better. So we're going to start here. We go across the top, down to the bottom, curve up, and cross it right in the middle. That might be a little easier for you to see. Line across the top, down to the bottom, curve back up, and cross it in the middle. We'll do one more. Line across the top, back down to the bottom, go up, and cross it in the middle. Okay. Now for our lowercase f. So lowercase f, we're going to work within these lines here, but then we're going to go below these lines into like the basement. If this was like a house, we'd be going below into the basement. So we start here on the bottom line. We're going to go up to the top and loop around. Now, when we get down to this bottom line here, we're going to continue to go down, and we're going to hook around here and then make a line to go up to those dotted lines again. Okay? So we're going to start down here on the bottom line. We're going to go up to the top, loop around, back down into the basement, up to the dotted line. Ready? Start on the bottom line, up to the top line, loop around, go straight down to the basement, hook up, and back up to the dotted line. Let's try that again. Start on the bottom line, up to the top, loop around, straight down to the basement, loop around, and back up to the dotted line. Okay, so now you'll try some of those on your own. Okay, so now we've done the letters A, B, C, D, E, and F. I'm going to write those up here. We have A, B, C, D, E, and F. And yesterday we wrote the word dad and we wrote the word add. What are some other words that we could write? Olivia's my camera person today. Olivia, what other words could we write?
Bad.
Bad. B-A-D. Okay, so Olivia says let's write bad. So for bad, we're going to start down on the bottom. So we're going to start with our B, loop, back up, little tail. Now I'm going to go into an A. And now I'm going to go into a D. B, A, D. Bad. Here's my B, A, and D. I was also thinking of a word that's like a taxi, and sometimes people call that a cab, C-A-B. So we can write cab. So we start on the bottom, loop up, back around. There's my C. I'm going to continue into my A, and now I'm going to continue straight up into my B, cab. Right? And remember that yesterday we wrote dad, D, A, D. Okay, so you can try to write some of those words on your own. Okay, so we've got E and F that we're going to work on today, capital and lowercase, and send me your pictures when you're done, guys. Miss you. Bye. Well, thank you so much.